And it's about money in the bank. It's about putting yourself in a great position when you feel like your career's not going where you want it to go. This is that opportunity to make it happen. This is the opportunity where you have the chance to go from not sure to having the entire division watching you. You have both champions worried about you at all times, being very wary. You know, I get a little bit of humor out of Rollins being caught in the center of all this. He chose to put himself in a place of all these attacks. He chose to put himself in a place of being at the top, of wanting to be the face and the future of this industry. And where's that getting him? Taken out of the equation first. And Solo's laughing, but LA Knight doesn't seem to be. Neither does Andrade or Penta. And Solo Sikoa mocking LA Knight and mocking Penta and mocking Andrade. But Penta with a super kick. Oh, and that back elbow. And a neck breaker takes out Solo Sikoa. LA Knight, after last night, after the words LA Knight had to say on SmackDown, it feels like there's a lot in favor. The megastar who takes out El Grande Americano. We saw Chad Gable wrestle Elio Del Vikingo earlier, who many believe is who's under that mask of El Grande Americano. That is not yet to be seen yet, and there is not 100%. There is not sufficient enough evidence to prove that fact, although you can say at the same time that, you know, there is the potential they have the same body frame. And Penta with a super kick to Rollins. Penta, a man who shows zero fear, a man who is no stranger to these situations. When push comes to shove, when it comes to taking risks, he flies, he soars, and he scores. As he takes everybody out on the outside on the floor. But I may have spoken too soon as El Grande Americano gets back in it. And using that ladder to take out Rollins. Then for Knight. Then for Solo. Laying waste to anybody else that isn't El Grande Americano. That ladder. Look at the way that Americano is setting up that ladder. And Americano gets countered by Penta. And El Grande Americano, he's got a big factor into this match. There's not much known about him. All we know is that he's undefeated and that he's a member of American Made. That's what we know about him pretty much. And then he will do whatever it takes to win. So there's those factors involved in this. That undefeated streak of El Grande Americano, that's at stake here. Nice Enziguri there. Oh, and Andrade. Oh, that was Rollins. And speaking of Andrade, he gets laid out by Seth Rollins. And Rollins having some flashbacks as he looks up at that briefcase, looking to do it all over again like 2014. But El Grande Americano was looking for a German suplex as he grabbed a hold of the waist, but Rollins counters, looking to take El Grande out of the situation. But this is not good for Rollins, who gets planted on the ladder. I don't know. Is that ladder tall enough? I don't think that ladder is tall enough. Oh, what a shot by Solo. Solo getting back into the mix. And sending Americana right into the ladder. Oh no. Whatever Solo's thinking, it could be very, very dangerous for El Grande Americano to get slammed onto the ladder. And now mocking Americano. I think that's the one time people actually like Solo. But you know who they like a lot more than Solo? And seems to be the fan favorite tonight? Is a man with everybody saying LA Knight. Like I said, LA's own LA Knight. And a super kick to counter. Solo Sikoa doing a lot of mockery in this match. But does it work out for Solo in the end? Will it work out for Solo? That's the question. And an inverted DDT. And LA Knight is right back up. You want to... whose game is it? I can tell you there's an elbow drop from Knight. LA Knight looking to do it, looking to put it away. But Penta looking to meet Knight there as these two fight back and forth. Meanwhile, looming in the background is Rollins with another ladder. That could be the change of pace in this match. Adds another factor. That ladder looks a little bit more the size of what can reach that contract, I'll say. Think Rollins has a better understanding of what really needs to be done to grab that briefcase. Whether you like Rollins or not, he at least understands perception of how big of a ladder you need to actually reach that briefcase, might I add. And now Solo introducing a third ladder. And now there's an opportunity for all 6 men up at the ladders. All 6 men. This is where things can change. High risk, high pressure. There's a lot to pick at. A lot to take out in the situation. Let's not forget steel plate and the mask. This is the right night to do it. If you're El Grande Americano, who gets hung up and dropped down by Rollins. It's still LA Knight. Up, but gets pulled down by Solo. LA Knight and Solo Sikoa of past history. Samoan Spike to LA Knight and a pedigree to Penta by Rollins. Rollins, Sikoa. I think these are 2 of the most hated people in this match. So this should be interesting to see them go at it. Not opposed to seeing how this one plays out. And now it's Rollins and Solo exchanging blows. Who's going to want it more? Who wants this? Who's going to take it between these two? Solo calling his shot with a Samoan spike to Rollins. Rollins ducks. Rollins ain't going to go down that easy. One more kick. And Rollins is not going to be taken lightly. Not in this situation. Not when he has way too much knowledge. Not when he is the biggest threat. Not when he knows way too much about how these matches go. Rollins saying he needs to win. The future. He can control the power of WWE with that Money in the Bank contract. Trying to pick up Sikoa. Sikoa blocking. Oh no. Sikoa perhaps thinking a Samoan drop, but Rollins gets down. Drop toe hold sends Sikoa onto the ladder. And a stomp lays out Solo Sikoa. Perfect moment for Rollins. But a scary sight if Rollins capitalizes to take on the future of WWE. And plague it with his perception. And Rollins realizes now this is it. He's the only guy in the ring. Positioning himself in the right way. But not too far behind is El Grande Americano, who comes back into the way. Into the fray. Americano looking for an ankle lock. It also seems like he's dumping Rollins down. This is going to do a lot more damage because all that blood is rushing to Rollins, who's high above. It's going to make Rollins very dizzy. But now Andrade. Now what? What is this? What is Penta now doing here? What are we going to see here? What in the world is this? Sunset flip bomb by Andrade. And through the ladder, Rollins goes at the hands of Penta. Bodies laid out. Talk about a fireball moment. Let's get another look at this. Bam! Sunset flip bomb and a superplex to Rollins on that ladder. Penta may have taken some damage too. And you can hear that this is awesome chants. Penta and Andrade, who were tag team partners last night on Friday Night SmackDown, are now the only two men in this ring right now, and realizing it, they look at each other. Two men who have the utmost respect for Lucha Libre style. What it means to be a luchador. It runs in their blood. And you know what they want to run through their blood? Gold. They want the briefcase that holds so much potential for their careers. Feeling like a dark horse. Feeling now completely defenseless is Penta, who gets taken out by Andrade, but still hanging on. Andrade again nails Penta off the top of that ladder. Penta, who gets ripped off. And Penta climbs the ladder. But Andrade, again, is there to stop it from happening as he slams that other ladder into the back of Penta. Way to be resourceful. When you know what you've got, you play your game. Andrade, no stranger to this match at all. Neither is LA Knight, who's back into the mix, but he gets taken right back out by Andrade. And now it's Penta once again trying to make the climb. There's just no stopping Penta. He's like a man possessed with one goal. That's just to climb the ladder, retrieve the briefcase, even if there's other people around him. No. That might come to a halt completely if this connects by Andrade. No. No. I don't even want to watch. Penta! Mexican Destroyer on the ladder. Talk about snap into a neck breaker. That definitely is going to leave a mark. Mexican Destroyer, another look at it one more time. With zero fear, cero miedo. There is no stop. There is no telling what Penta is willing to do, how far he's willing to go. There's just no limit to this man. And to spoil the party is Solo to make sure nothing happens. Just mocking. Solo Sikoa doesn't like games, but ends up playing some of his own. Solo getting brought out by LA Knight. LA Knight, who's had his fair share of issues, as I mentioned earlier. Sending Solo into the barricade. LA Knight's got a ladder. But what does he have in mind with it? It's a gigantic ladder. Oh, no. Oh, boy. This is not going to be good. What a shot by Sikoa, catching Knight. Oh, nope. Fake out. And bam! Spine rattling Sikoa into the steel steps. And it's Penta. Once again, it keeps rising up. I'm starting to think Penta might be a phoenix because it keeps rising up when it keeps going down. But I may have spoken. Oh, sunset flip. He just saved himself from what could have been fate, from what could have been fatality. He's a man on a mission. Can he shake through it? Can he push through the pain? Penta, who was closing in on a victory, but El Grande Americano gets back in it. And Rollins now taken out. You know, he's giving Gable energy, but it can't be Chad Gable, can it? We just saw Chad Gable earlier today in a grueling match. So there's no way Chad Gable could be moving the way. There's no way El Grande Americano could be moving the way he is if he was Chad Gable under there. That's what I'm thinking, at least. You know, but there's also multiple sides to the party here. And what now for Americano? What is he thinking now? And El Grande Americano, I don't know why he's not taking his opportunity. He's the only one who's really on his feet right now. Oh, there it is. There's the special fireball ladder. Fireball. And this is what he wanted the Creed brothers to hide. And now it's coming in at the right time. Like a helicopter. Everybody taken out. Can you imagine if El Grande Americano, who's only been around for a few months in this business, would go from being an unknown name to becoming a household name? He's literally made his pro wrestling debut within the last few months. Made his WrestleMania debut only barely 2 months, like not even 2 months ago. And he's already about the chance to be Mr. Money in the Bank with potential to be world champion. But that might be shot down by fellow luchador Penta. Headbutt. Penta's all alone, but he's a little weary. But he had the briefcase, but he didn't have enough energy to pull himself back up before Rollins could do anything about it. Rollins back into it. It's a really big ladder. Penta trying to kick down Rollins. Penta's just struggling. Oh, come on. And there's that metal plate. There it is, the metal plate. He's going to win this thing. Rollins, who had that carabiner for a second, was looking to unhook the briefcase. This is as intense as it gets. This is a make or break for these two men. Rollins falls down. Penta, make your climb, make your stake, make your mark. But wait, what is this? What in the world is this? What is this? What in the world? Oh, come on. That is cheap. But I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of impressed. LA Knight lays out El Grande Americano. I don't even know what to say what we just saw. That was, I think, one of the craziest moments when you think everything has been done in a Money in the Bank ladder match that could be done. This is a first. This is an absolute first. And I thought I've seen everything. Look at this. Bam. That dang metal plate. And LA Knight like a kamikaze crashing into everything. And now Seth Rollins is going to steal it. Telling Rollins, make your climb. Take over WWE. But look who's not far. He's there. Andrade is moving too slow. Rollins has his hands there. Andrade realizing a shot of adrenaline almost allowed him to get up to make it just a little bit longer for Rollins before he can grab the briefcase. Penta back in this. Who would have thought? I can't believe Penta keeps coming back. This is incredible. Penta, an MVP, without a doubt, whether Penta wins or loses, the MVP of this Money in the Bank match. But MVPs don't matter if you don't win the briefcase. And Penta slides down. Andrade could do it. Can he get it down? Oh, he's swinging. He's a swinging. Rollins, Solo, both working to prevent Andrade from pulling the briefcase for the carabiner. And now Penta back in this. LA Knight back in this. What is this? Rollins is calling it. Heyman, Rollins, calling for it. Oh, come on. Just when you thought this was going to go fairly. Oh my God. Breaker just nailed through. It's going to go this way. Of course it is. And there's nothing that can be done about it. Well, and this is exactly how Rollins had it all scouted. And Heyman enjoying every moment of it. That smirk on his face. Oh, God. Oh, my God. No, 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 no. And spears right through LA Knight. And there's nobody here to stop this. And up at the top, Tsunami! Andrade has been crushed and battered. And now it's all left for Rollins. All that's left to be done is for the visionary, the revolutionary Seth freaking Rollins to climb and grab the briefcase. Who would have thought at one point you'd see Solo begging for mercy? Uh-oh. I think we may just have a little bit of family wars going on. Because JC Mateo and the United States champion Jacob Fatu. What a clash we are about to witness. Oh my. Who would have thought? We're about to have 4 big meaty men slapping meat in the ring. Massive mayhem and money in the bank. For the biggest stars. And I mean literally. These monstrous beings, larger than life athletes. They're not even in the match. Oh, now looking for a spear. Oh, but Breaker spears through Mateo. And now Fatu on the receiving end. Look at the power of Jacob Fatu! Pop-up Samoan and a suicide dive takes out Bronson Reed. Fatu! When Solo needed him, he is here. Solo's got his time. Just when you need your moment of glory, when you need to reach the top, who's in your corner? The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Saying this is the ladder. This is the one. This is the chosen one for the briefcase, for the glory. And all that's left is for Solo to climb. You might as well say congratulations to Solo Sikoa. What? Uh-oh. I think, what? I think Fatu's had enough of Solo. Uh-oh. Jacob Fatu just screwed Solo Sikoa. Usually it's I love you, but tonight it is I hate you. And he's not done. By the way, there is still a match going on. I wanted to bring that up. There is still a match. And look at the beauty of the moonsault that takes out Solo Sikoa with pizzazz is the Samoan werewolf. Solo shouldn't have said what he said about Jacob Fatu. Karma. What did you think was going to happen? I don't even know what to say. What did you think was going to happen? Jacob Fatu is incensed. He's been waiting. It's been building. You can just tell this has been building. Oh my God. And a Uranagi sends Solo through the ladder. Breaking right through that ladder. Well, I don't think Solo's... I gotta say, if I took my pick and if I bet $100 on it, I don't think Solo's gonna win at this point. I think his stake in the park is out of the game, if so to say. And Jacob walks out of here. Message sent. He's done with Solo. He's a man on his own journey. But now Rollins is all alone. This is Rollins now, who was looking to take advantage. Oh, God. There's nobody left. There's nobody left. Oh, God. All it is for Rollins. But look at what it is. It's LA Knight. And a clothesline. And LA Knight. Is it his night in LA? But Rollins behind. Oh, Rollins just slams the back of Knight's head into the ladder. Lost hope. Rollins gonna send a final message. Just when you thought there was hope, that Money in the Bank is going home with Seth freaking Rollins. There's nobody left. That's it. Rollins. And Rollins is Mr. Money in the Bank for the second time in his career. Seth freaking Rollins. You had to know something like this was possible. I didn't know how it was going to go in terms of the mix of emotions with Solo being taken out by his own cousin, Jacob Fatu. I never thought we'd hear the words, I hate you, Solo, out of the mouth of Jacob Fatu, but nonetheless, Jacob Fatu cost Solo when you thought it was all Solos right there for Solos to win. It seemed LA Knight had a chance. LA Knight with that last minute rally, but it wasn't there. Rollins with a final stomp that would send him to victory. And now Rollins has the power that we all feared. This is what happens when you have muscle men like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and a mind like Paul Heyman in your corner. This is scary. Rollins literally holds the key to the men's division in his hand, and he holds it high. Paul Heyman is very pleased as he gives Rollins a hug. Now what? The landscape of WWE has just officially made its full change. After what we saw at WrestleMania, thought the landscape changing was something. Rollins is now Mr. Money in the Bank.